Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. I want to start real quick by apologizing for the glare off my glasses. This is a classic health update car vlog. I seem to do all my health updates in the car, so glare off the glasses. Sorry if that annoys you. It annoys me. So, this is my first health update in a very long time, and this is my first health update in Texas. So, classically, in a car, I used to be in my dear beloved Huey for these health updates. I miss him dearly. Unfortunately, we had to give him up before we came to Texas, so my voice is weird. So now, from now on, my health updates will be in Cody's car, aka Shadow. So, all that being said, today I'm going to give a mental health update, which is pretty much all my health updates, but specifically there's going to be different parts of this video. I'm going to talk about the therapy I'm currently doing, medication, and my diagnoses. I hope the diagnoses, I'm saying that right. Excuse me. So, I don't know if I've talked about it in any videos. My mental health basically, before we even got to Texas, and since we got to Texas, it's just been declining pretty rapidly. A lot of severe anxiety attacks, fits of just bawling my eyes out. My anxiety is a lot more easily triggered these days, which sucks. So yeah. First off, therapy. I have two therapists. One is the one in North Dakota who I've been seeing since 2012. She is amazing. She's gotten me through so much. I love her. And I am still in communication with her. We talk every couple weeks on the phone. And mostly she's just talk therapy, but we are going to be delving into some possible trauma that happened when I was in high school that I didn't realize affected me. And so we're going to be delving into that soon. I've just been kind of putting it off because it's difficult. It's difficult to go into that stuff. So my second therapist, I did not plan on having. But after I got to Texas, after a couple months, I realized, I need more than just the talk therapy. I need to do specific therapy because my mental health is not good and I need to get help. So I heard about DBT, which is dialectical behavior therapy. There's also CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. Well, I got this therapist here to specifically do DBT. But it's also super foggy outside, so it looks like a horror film. I love fog. Also, no one can see me in here for the most part, so no one can stare at me weird for talking into a phone. But, yeah. So, DBT. I have seen that therapist twice. We've just done some establishing stuff and some other stuff I'll go into in a second. So, we're starting DBT on Monday, and it's currently Saturday. So, 2 days from now, we're going to start DBT. I'm very excited about that. I hope it helps. After we do DBT, I would like to do CBT after that, cognitive behavioral therapy. So that's my plan for therapy right now. I also saw a new primary doctor recently, and we are switching me from my past medication, which was just a mood stabilizer. I felt like I needed something different because of my anxiety. So now I switched to an anxiety med. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not even going to try. But I'm on an anxiety med now. It's been about a week, since I started. I don't know if it's helping yet, but I feel like you need to wait more than a week. So I'm going to take that for 6 weeks. And then I have another appointment with her to be like, hey, it's working, hey, it's not working, let's up the dose, etc., etc. I've been through a slew of medications since I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression when I was 17, because that's been, how old am I? That's been like 10 years-ish, so 10 years of different medications trying to figure stuff out. It's a lot. Anyone who deals with who has their own mental health stuff knows that medication is a huge thing. A lot of people don't want to take it because they feel like they're less than, and I get that. I'm personally like, I know my brain needs medication. It's chemical imbalance. So, third part of the video is diagnoses. As I've talked about multiple times, I have had I've been diagnosed with depressive disorder, major depressive disorder, and generalized anxiety disorder since I was 17. But on Tuesday, I got diagnosed with 2 new mental illnesses, which are pretty, I knew that I had them. It's pretty obvious to anyone close to me, anyone who knows me, these are not going to shock you. Tuesday, we went over the information. I need to be diagnosed with these for a long time. I've just never asked to be. So, Tuesday, with my new therapist, I went through the question. They just ask you questions to diagnose you with mental illness. For those who don't know, they just go through this questionnaire, and if you hit a certain amount of things, like respond yes to a certain amount of things, chances are you have that mental illness. That's how they like rate it, diagnose it. Anyways, I'm not a doctor. Just trying to explain that briefly. So, on Tuesday, I was diagnosed with social anxiety, which is very, very obvious. Anyone who's ever met me. And OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. So, that's the one I'm grappling with. OCD is a big deal. I'm not saying that my other mental illnesses are not a big deal, but I feel like my other ones are much more common. I don't know, that's probably not accurate. But I've been reading about OCD, trying to understand it, learning about, there's different types, different categories, I guess you could call them, of OCD. It's not just OCD, there's so many different categories. And I'm basically on the obsessive. There's people with obsessive, there's people who are compulsive, and then there's people who are both. So I'm more of on the obsessive side, and I hope I don't say any of this wrong because I'm still learning, so take this with a grain of salt because I'm still learning. But what I understand is I am in the category, my OCD is more contamination. Contamination, I'm sanitizing my hands constantly. I'm cleaning my environment constantly. I have to, my body needs to be clean. I'm it's obsessive. It's obsessive about those things, but to an unhealthy level. Like, some people are like, yeah, I want to keep everything clean and everything, but it's when it gets to the unhealthy level. Like, it causes me extreme anxiety when my environment is not sanitized and clean. As well as, I don't know what part this is, I'm still learning, but I am definitely on I need things to be, like, people call it, like, stereotype, this is OCD, but there's a little girl crying. But I'm like the one I'm also like the one they stereotype on TV. Like, I need to be neat, tidy, organized. I can't handle clutter. I can't handle mess. It just causes me such severe distress and anxiety. So, I know a lot of people stereotype that on TV. They're like, oh my gosh, oh yeah, you're so OCD, as like a joke. And I know, like, people aren't trying to be, there's children. I know people are not trying to be, like, offensive when they say that or anything. So, I personally don't take offense to that. But yeah, that's the biggest thing that's going on right now. Those 2 new diagnoses, I'm working on figuring those out. Pretty clear on the social anxiety, that's not difficult for me to understand. So I'm just going to learn more about the OCD and how to handle it. And mine, I guess, is technically, mine is technically very mild, and I'm also very aware of it. So, yeah, that is my health update. I'm not upset about my new diagnoses because I knew going in that I've had those for a long time. But I am interested to learn more about my new diagnoses. Yeah, I just wanted to come here and talk to you guys. as you know, I'm always very open about my mental health. That's kind of the way that I help end the stigma of mental health. Like, I openly talk about it. I have no problem. Anybody who's interested, wants to talk about my mental health, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. That's how I take a tiny step towards ending the stigma of mental health, because we should be talking about it. Everyone should be talking about it. It shouldn't be some hidden thing. And we're doing a lot better on talking about it, but we still got a long ways to go. It still can be stigmatized by, I don't know, by people who don't have it, by people who don't understand it. And we just all need to try to understand it and we just need to accept each other for who we are and love each other. That's what I always say. We should always love each other no matter what kind of stuff we got going on. So I always want to talk openly with you guys, and yeah. I'm glad I did this health update. Felt good to talk all that out. And I just did want to say, if you have some kind of mental health stuff, if you're going through something, if you're going through a hard time right now, or even if you're not, if you just want to talk, feel free to comment down below. We could start a conversation down there. Or if you know me personally and you would like to text, Facebook message, call. I always want to be here for people who are dealing with that stuff. My friends, my family, people I haven't even met. I'm totally here if you want to talk, if you're going through something. Please always remember that you are loved and there is help out there. There is help. And there's always hope. Even when it feels like there isn't, there's always hope in your heart. You just have to hold on to that and have a good support system that can remind you of it when you have a hard time holding on to it. So yeah, that's my health update for January 2020. I hope you are all having an awesome weekend, and thank you for listening. Thanks for being interested in my health. For those of you who are watching, I really appreciate you being so interested in my health enough to watch this kind of long video. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for being awesome, and I'll see you next time. Bye.